Have you ever heard of Slutty Brownies? My god, these things are so slutty.
To start these brownies coming all the way down from the red light district, the first thing you're going to need is at least 1 cup of brown butter. The way to do that is take your butter, throw it into a pot, and cook it till it's nice and brown and little milk solids start to form. You know, all those little bits. Take 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of white sugar, throw that into a bowl, give it a mix, add all your brown butter, then throw in 2 eggs, and at this point, measure with your heart. Usually comes out to about 2 to 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, give it a little mix, throw in 2 cups of flour, and then in this little bowl here, I got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt for that extra kick though. Then right before fully incorporated, throw in your chocolate chips. That way they all get coated with that cornstarch and flour. At this point, you want to get out your 9x9 or anything you have that's a little larger. I'm going to use my Corningware. And then line it with some parchment paper. Pro tip, take some parchment paper, crumble it up, unravel it, and it'll be so easier to manage. Now layer all your cookie dough there, and then bust out your Oreos. I'm using double stuffed, because honestly, it's the way to go, especially for slutty brownies. And Oreo, by the way, did I win the scavenger hunt here? Just look at that. Just getting sluttier by the second. Now in another bowl, get out 1 cup brown butter, 1 1/4 cup of white sugar, give it a mix, then throw in 3 eggs and 1 egg yolk. Give it another mix, then measure with your heart again. About 2 to 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Mix, mix, mix. Now in a separate little bowl, throw in about 1 cup of chocolate, splash of very hot coffee. Get it almost to temper. Then throw that into the mixture. This is going to get ooey gooey up in here. And once you've incorporated that, throw in 1 cup of flour. Now you're going to need 1 cup of cocoa powder. I suggest using half dark and, well, half regular. Now 3/4 teaspoon of salt and 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. But when it's almost fully incorporated, that's when you add those chocolate chips. I'm going to be using some dark chocolate and some white chocolate. That way it kind of blends with the Oreo. We got to have some class here. And just look at this lavish, luscious, delicious chocolate lava that's just pouring over all those Oreos. I mean, just truly mouth-watering. I'm going to have to make more of these. Now, once you have all that set in your preheated 350-degree oven, throw in your brownie mixture. Now, depending on your oven, the time can vary from about 45 to 55 minutes. Might even take a full hour. But trust me though, these are so worth the wait. Now before you do any type of cutting though, make sure these things are fully cooled. Hour and a half to 2.5 hours at least. I waited the full 2.5 hours and these things were still ooey gooey in the center for this cross section. I mean, just look at that. My God. These truly are the definition of slutty brownie. I mean, just look at those layers. So good. It's bona fide. Subscribe for more.